Hi,
Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
Can you
Uh,
can you hear my voice?
yes, I can. Can you hear
Uh,
mine?
yep.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
I can't edit your file. I don't have the right permissions.
okay, so let me see. Do you? How do I share? Uh, okay, so I can invite you. Do you have a Cloud9 username?
Yep.
What is it?
Moas. That oh sorry.
So I'm looking at. Let me see if I can do a screen share. Okay, share screen. Okay. Uh, I just saw something. Where did it go? Here it is. Yeah.
Or you can use my Gmail
Yeah.
account.
Okay. One second. Okay. Now can you edit?
Just a sec.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, I can edit. Okay,
Awesome.
let me ask you one question.
Okay.
How are you sharing the screen with the Cloud9?
Sharing the screen. I am doing the screen share on Google Hangouts.
Uh, Oh, okay. I'm kind of new in the Google Plus.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, cool, nice.
So that's that. Then I want to see what these are. Okay. Okay. So let's go here. Let's try doing the first one. Okay. So if
Uh
you want,
huh.
I can write the tests and you can write the sum function. So let's
Cool.
say, uh, so I forget how to write the test. Give me 1 minute. I want to see where did I put it.
I think we should create another file.
Okay. Uh,
But how you have an experience of how long for Ruby in Ruby?
not much. I just started learning it. Um, so
Uh,
and you?
just started learning. I'm coming from Python.
Me too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay. I like Ruby better. I think that doing things like dot length or something like that for your array is a lot easier than doing something like this length or something.
uh, what about its magic functions? I think its magic functions are kind of confusing. Like
Yeah,
if I have a function like this one,
yeah.
just so I can call that function by calling. Is that right?
Yes.
I think that it's not readable. That's why I prefer Python because Python is more readable. You can read the program, the
Yeah.
code.
No, I can read this. This is fine. Sum 4 plus 5. It makes sense.
Okay, it can be complicated when you're dealing with some complex parameters.
Sure, but in that case, you can always add parentheses and it should be fine.
Yeah, be there, you can add the parentheses.
It could also be like that. If you did that, save it, and then
oh yeah, that will work.
let's try that. There.
Yeah, yep, that's
Next,
working.
there's another thing you could do, is you could do that, and then it'll still work. So,
Oh, wow, that's cool.
yeah.
Hmm. So the first homework was let me open the course. Oh, by the way, I'm from Kenya.
Cool. I'm from Chicago.
Yep. Oh, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago is in Illinois.
Still, are you still there?
Yes. Define a method sum which takes an array of integers as an argument and returns the sum of its elements. Okay. I do remember how to write your test so that I think it was like raise error raise. Oh, I think it's like this. Um,
Uh,
sum of empty array is not 0. If sum of empty array is not equal to 0. And
hmm.
okay, so I'll see if this works. Let me see if the test fails. Can you see the terminal?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. So now do you want to write the code to fix it?
Yep. Let me.
Then I'll write uh
Hmm.
so I created I'm gonna pass instead of array, I'm gonna pass a symbol or string. So uh
Hmm.
wait, I don't know if this works. What I want to do is say if I pass in not an array, then it should throw an exception. um
Yep. It will definitely. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's correct that way.
exception.
We don't have a unit testing like the one for Python where you have to do just only assert of equal to.
Yeah. Uh let's see, I copied some code from the internet. Let's see, expect arrays error. Okay, so some okay. Wait. Okay, so that is not right. Why? And
Hmm.
okay, so our spec. I think this is from. This is using our spec. Uh, well, maybe we shouldn't worry about this right now. I think later in the course they'll definitely teach us this. For now, I think this is not the right way to do it. So let's just do this.
Yep.
So it works. Cool. Actually, let's see. So I remember in the video they had something cool. Like they did array. So return 0 if array dot empty.
Hmm.
And then they said return, but implicit return, and then array dot inject, and then you pass it the plus operator, the symbol. So let's see if this works. I don't really know what inject does. Let me just look up Ruby array inject.
Have you run the code?
Not yet, not yet. I'm looking at what inject does. So
Oh, let
number
me.
all elements of enum by applying a binary operation specified by a block. Okay. Oh, cool.
Hmm. So what does it does? What does it do?
So it will combine all elements, but you can pass it initial value and a symbol or a block that tells it what to do. Actually, it takes many different uh, inputs. So it looks like this.
Uh,
The function definition. But what you could do is if you wanted to start counting from, let's say, -5, and your number will be 5 off now. So if I save this and run it, um, undefined method,
local
uh,
variable.
30.
It's line 30.
Ambiguous first argument, put parentheses or even spaces. Okay. Undefined local variable or method. Oh, sorry. 0 is what I wanted.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So this should be 4 plus 7, right? So let's just see what this prints out. Put array.inject, or sorry. No, what I want to do is put, let's, so we'll have 5 plus 1 plus 2, which will give us 3, right?
Supposed 8.
Yeah, but you were doing the initial value is -5, right? So
Yeah.
it's gonna start with that, and 5 and -5 are gonna cancel out, so it'll count 1 plus 2. So you can tell it like what your initial argument is, or you could even just say start from 0, and this is the same as that. So if you did this, now
Mm-hmm.
you expect it to pass. So let's do that. See, now it printed.
Oh. Cool. Tracking.
So that's something I saw in the video. So I guess uh,
That's really nice.
it's kind of
So,
like
so let me ask a question.
okay,
What about if we ignore this one? What will happen?
if it's just that.
Because I think it will still work. Because if you try to inject in a,
Uh,
it went. Ah,
let's see what happens. So put some of nothing. Okay, so I don't know what it's returning. How about or I wonder if this is possible. No? Um,
mm, what's happening? Let's try giving it a value. Then
then it'll print the right thing. It'll print 4, I think. Oh, you didn't save. That's, now it's saved. Now try again.
pardon.
The save, you have to press Control S to save, and then run.
Uh,
So if it's like a green dot right here, that means that you have to save right by the X. So if I change something, so let's try this actually. I
mm-hmm,
start that like this, then
mm-hmm.
it has an empty array. Now let's see if it works. Yeah, now it should work. See?
Yep.
So we can do it in one line.
Yep.
So this is the same as reduce. I think there's another method in functional programming. It's like array.reduce, and then you can pass the same arguments, I believe. Let me search for it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, reduce is basically the same as inject.
Uh, the reduce for Python.
Yeah. So in fact, what we could do is instead of using inject, which I find confusing, let's use reduce. And,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
And define local variable. Ah,
array.
this one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works.
That's great. Okay,
Ah,
perfect. I'm happy with this.
it's nice.
So this is the first one. And I'll have this as test. And this is one. This is one. Let's do number 2.
Yeah, let's go to number 2.
Okay. So right here, define a method max2sum, which takes an array of integers as an argument and returns the sum of the 2 largest elements. For an empty array, it should return 0. For an array with just one element, it should return that element. Okay? So,
Yep. So let me do the test for this one, and then you write the code.
okay,
Is that cool with you?
that sounds good.
Okay.
Just one element. Okay.
same output. Let's see what happens. We have this available on screen running. Yeah, yeah. And I think what this means is we're not seeing any error. In this case, sort of actually the run button sort of also kind of deploys this almost.
Oh God.
Okay. So I installed a gem. Gem is do you know what a gem is in Ruby?
Gem.
Yeah,
I think it's something that's similar to pip in Python.
exactly. So I installed a gem called pry, which is similar to IPython, and
Uh-huh.
that'll be useful. And I'm trying to, instead of looking at documentation, see if I can just figure out something. I want to see if I can take, you know how in Python you had like x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and in Python you could do like give me the first two, and you can't do that here. So maybe if I give it a 0, I want to see how I can get a range. So I want to get the first two. So
Ah.
okay, so it seems like you can do it. So what you do is you say 0 to 1. Let's see what this gives us. Okay, so what if we did this? Okay, so that's not different. Okay, so that does not do anything different. So if I just want one that includes it. Okay. So if I did x dot sort and then give it my first two.
You're writing a code in which file? Because I can't see.
Oh, I am writing it in the, what is it called? The terminal. You see the terminal?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. So what I want to do is call x dot sort, and that will sort it in not the order I want. So I think I can pass it. I do like I can pass it a block where it gets the first one gets two values, A and B, and I want to reverse it. So B compared to A. And that will sort it like that. And then if I wrap that all and say, okay, give me the first two elements, then I could do 0, comma 1, and that'll get me the range between 0 and 1. There we go. So that'll give me the first two elements that are the biggest. And what happens when x is just an empty array? And that will get me an empty array. If x is just 2, then that will get me just the first thing. So this is what I want. Because then what I can do is I can call our sum array. So my function becomes def sorry, I'm sorry. So what I want to do is I want to call sum, and I will pass it x. So sum to n, and this gets passed array. Array.
See, I thought you were starting with the first one, the max to sum.
Oh, yes. Sorry, that's the one I wanted. Nice catch. Okay, so then array.sort, and then I pass it a block where I say a comma b, and I want to reverse it, so I say b the object compare a. So this will give me the biggest element first, and then what I want to do is take a little bit of this. So if I do, this is probably the most ugliest code ever, but it's one line. Okay, I think I, actually I don't like the way this looks right now. So if it wasn't in one line, sorted is equal to array full sort. I mean, from 0 to 2. Hey, for the second test case,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's the same as the first test case because
Yeah. They're the same. They're the same. Let me get rid of it. I think the cases are testing all the requirements.
yes, I agree. Let's see. I think there might be an extra parentheses. Let's see if that works. So yeah, it works.
Yep. There's something that I haven't understand in your code.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, the time that you are typing at the terminal,
Yeah.
on my end, I can't view the terminal in the Cloud 9, so I can see the terminal only via the Google Plus, but I can't view the terminal in the Cloud 9.
Okay. Let
Is
me
it
see.
because
How do I share? Okay. In that case, let's see. How about okay, can you see this terminal?
Yep.
You can
Okay,
see
I can see PRY.
okay. So here I'll show you what I was doing. So if I have an array, so A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I call A dot sort, and then I pass it a block to reverse, and in that I get two arguments. The first one and second one. Well, if I do an object compare, and if I do second object compare to first, it will return the well, you'll see. So it'll basically sort it in descending. Whereas if I just did that sort, it would return the ascending version.
Wow. Okay. So you're basically you're just sorting, but in a reverse order.
Yeah. So I want to sort in the reverse order, so I could do this, or it might be more readable to just do a.sort.reverse, which also does the same thing.
I think that one is more readable, and it's that one is the best.
This is more readable, but the problem with this is that it's doing the reverse in another linear time operation. So the first sort is probably going to use like quicksort or merge sort, and it's going to run in n log n time. So it'll be n log n log n for the first sorting. But then if we didn't pass in the how to compare, this is basically telling it how you compare objects, then it would have taken an additional n time, big O of n, for doing the reverse. So this method takes n log n plus n, which is not like too bad if it's just one-off thing, but otherwise I think that this is better.
Okay. So you are doing a reverse. Oh, then you are picking the first. Okay, this one for sorted.
Huh?
The question I'm asking is, see, after reversing the list,
yeah,
we should pick the first number, the first element, and the first and the second.
Yes, exactly. So,
but you're getting the third one here. Look, the first index is this. Oh,
yeah.
okay, I've understood. I've already understood. Oh, yeah.
Not included. 2 is not included. So it goes the first index 0, the second index 1. It doesn't get this. Okay.
Okay.
If instead I did something like this, if I wanted the last index to be included, I would do this. This is also the same thing. So if I save this, and how do I get out of this? Okay. See, that also works. This is the same as sorry, 1 second. Same as because the 2 index is not included.
Yeah. Okay, I've understood.
So if I did A like that and A1, 2, that'll get me. Oh, sorry. That'll give me the. Oh wait, is this doing what I think it's doing? Give me a minute. I think I misunderstood this function. It was that, and I said A start from 1 and get me 5 elements.
To start from 2 to 6.
So it's actually, I think the first argument is telling it from what number to start, and the second is telling it how many elements to return. Because if I did from 2 to 5, then it'll get me 5 elements starting from 2.
Yep.
And instead, when I do something like
okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, the first element.
Yeah.
Like in the first one, if you say A to 5, So it's taking from the index from index 1
Yes.
to index 5.
It's taking from index 1 and it's taking
Uh-huh.
5 elements. So from index 1 and taking 5 elements. It's not looking at index 5. It's just saying, give me 5 elements.
It's not working like the way Python works.
No, no.
Yeah, okay. I think I was
I
somehow
like,
lost.
yeah. I actually get confused by the way Python does it. I think that sometimes I don't know if it's including or not including and stuff like that. So I like this.
Because in Python, the slicing will be taken from, for example, this one 1 5.
Yeah.
In Python, it will be taken from index 1 to
Yep.
index 5.
Yes. Okay, I guess we already have IPython, so we can just do that. So here's IPython,
Uh-huh.
and then we can do.
Let me write in Python.
Oh, in Python you use the colon.
Oh, these things are confusing. So
It is taking from
it's taken from index 2
yeah.
to index 5.
Actually, let's do this. A is equal to range 50, and then A starts at 0, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so then we can do A 2 to 5, and 5 is not included, so it's taking indexes 2, 3, and 4. If we
Yeah,
did
but 4 is index 5.
uh yes,
Yeah.
you're right. That's really confusing. It's not
Hmm.
confusing, it's just that it's easier to make more mistakes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that one is clear.
No, index 5 is the number 5. If you did A5, it's 5. So it's not including the last one.
Oh yeah. It's not including. But the point that I was saying is this one.
Yeah.
In Python, it's taking index 0.
It's
Sorry,
taking,
index 0 to 5 to 4,
yes.
and in
And then,
Ruby it's doing the same.
go ahead.
What about in Ruby? What's the difference?
So in Ruby, if you press Control D, Control D is what you use to exit. So try that. Control D.
Okay.
Okay, now type in pry. P-R-Y.
PRI.
Yeah,
So this one is for what?
for Ruby.
Okay.
So,
So
no, let's try this. Let's do instead 50. Or let's
oh
do,
yeah.
let's try 50.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't know if it's actually doing what I think it's doing. No, it's not. Okay. Sorry, that's not what I thought it was supposed to do.
What's the What's, what's the equivalent of
Range?
in Ruby? Oh,
I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to see.
I think I've got the answer.
Okay.
Is actually you are right, but I think you're supposed to be not the supposed to be the brackets.
Oh. Oh. Really? Let's see.
Oh God.
Let's try without the parentheses either. Well. Let's see. Uh,
Mhm.
oh. Oh, so check this out. It's you take a range and you can turn it into an array using .2a. So I was looking at this. Let me paste here. You see it right here in the.
Uh-huh.
So I was looking at that, and what you do is you can say 5 to 7 .2a to 0 to 15.
So the two. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, was previously we were doing something like, okay, just I want to find out the
So it's a range class.
oh, arrange in Ruby it is its own class and it's not like in Python.
No.
But still it's working. So we were talking about the I think they are similar.
Yeah. Well, no, because you're starting at 0 and going till 5. Let's instead start at 10 and go till 5. You see this? 10 is bigger than 5, so it's not index based. But this 5 is selecting 5 elements. Now let's say we started at 7 and go to 5, or sorry, 12 and go to 5. We see that it can't
Uh,
be 5 elements, so it's selecting just the last 4. But starting at index 12, because A at 12 is 12.
wow. Okay. I've got the
But
different.
what's this?
What? Okay, just a minute. So like now in this one,
Yeah.
starting at index 2,
Yes.
then it's counting another one element from index 2. Yeah, I've got it now.
So it's using 2 elements. So if you say 3, it's going to give you 3 elements.
Yeah.
That's going to give you. So now watch this. If I didn't set 2 to 3 like this, now it's finding it until that range. So if I
Mhm.
started from 10 and I did 3, it would not get anything. If I did 10 to 10, it would get
Oh.
the first element. 10 to 11 is going from index 10 to index 11. And similarly, I can go to 15.
So this one now is this one of using two dots now is the actual the implementation like in Python.
Yes. But if you give it the last number, it is included. So see how 15 is included here?
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
in Python. Python, it doesn't count the last element. Ruby, it does.
yeah. I've got the difference. I think that one is well explained.
Okay. So let's go to the next one.
Yep. Now let me write the code. Do the test.
Yes. Okay, so define a method sum to n will return a boolean for sure, which takes an array of integers and an additional integer n as arguments and returns the two if any two distinct elements in the array elements wait this is it's any two distinct elements in the array of the integer sum to n. Okay, an empty array or single element array should both return false. Okay, so let's do that.
So the first argument will be the array.
Yes. So if uh, let's try something else. So I'll use unless and say it should equal this. So unless this is true, raise this error.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Or raise this error unless this is true. So um,
let me ask a question.
okay.
Okay, okay, okay. I've already got it.
Okay.
So how do we pick?
Try them all.
So I'm asking myself,
Okay, I think I'm done with the tests. You have an idea of how you're gonna do the?
finding the two digit numbers, I think maybe I should implement two for loops, one outer for loop and another inner loop. So I will be trying one number, trying to add this one. I don't think I have an idea for how to add these ones.
So yeah, so you go to the first for loop, so you iterate through all the elements of the array, and then you see if the sum of the number compared to the next number is so. Sorry, let me start over. You go through, for each element, you compare it to another element. So an element does not equal itself because they have to be distinct. And you see if their sum is equal to the number, right? So for
Yeah.
example, if I was looking at this, I would start with first look at 5 and then compare it to um, 5, 0, 3, 11. So in this case, you would say 5 equals 5, so we're going to ignore it. 5 plus 0 does not equal 9. 5 plus 3 does not equal 9. 5 plus 11 does not equal 9. Okay, so we're done with 5. Then we're going to start at 0, and we're going to look at only the elements to the right. So we're going to look at 3 and 11. And in this case, we're looking at this, right? But it could also happen that we have duplicate elements, right? And the problem asked for distinct elements to sum to it. So let me make another test. Those are my tests.
Okay. Does an end.
Doesn't
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah, I don't think for I in array is a thing. So your syntax is wrong. Maybe you want something like there's an extra R here. Um, this. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up code. So return false if array.length. What is this underlining? Wait 1 second. So a dot. Sorry. It is length. Okay. You want array dot each, right? And then you pass it your element, and then you can keep going from there. But what if you also want, kind of like in Python, you know how you can enumerate? You also want to see the index?
Yeah, uh-huh.
So let's see if array each actually gives you the index as well. A comma I. Okay, so it does not give you the index.
Mhm. So you want to mean I thought the for loop was working in so you can see the for loop is working. Hello?
Yeah.
Even the for.y will still work.
Which one?
The error is because there was no end.
This is working?
Hello?
Look at the look at the terminal. This one is not working, but the first they can still work.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. You're right. Okay, that works.
Hello?
Someone else join the hangout? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That guy's left or what?
Yeah, I think he left.
Well, I think when you're trying to implement this using the for loops, it's not really a Ruby way to implement that program.
Okay. The Ruby way, the each, right?
Yeah, you better like think in terms of if collection can traverse itself instead of making these for loops.
Yeah.
You can just ask. You have for enumerable or for array, you have a method called permutations, which basically will give you like permutation of the size you want. If you want like permutation of all elements, like two elements, so you can just specify permutation, and it will give you like all possible permutation of 2 elements for your array. And then on that array, you can run a block to see if any of these 2 elements will sum up to the n.
Okay. Okay, so do you want to join in on the Cloud9 thing?
Well, if you will send me the link,
Sure.
like if you can put it to the Google chat.
Right. Do you also have the Cloud9 account? Do you have your email? If you put that on the Google thing.
Yeah, of course I do have it. As soon as you will send me the link, I will send you the request so you can approve me to be able to write.
Sure.
You should get the request.
Yeah, got it. You should be able to write.
Yeah, it's loading still.
All right. So I'm guessing we're gonna have multiple versions of sum to n. So let's kind of have like a 3.1 multiple versions going, because I have an idea on how to do it too. That's different than the permutations that you mentioned. So I'm gonna say this is my approach, and this is that. Or I guess we shouldn't do that. Let's
I think you also can set up Git if you want, so you can have like a version control here.
Sure.
I mean, it's not really necessary. I guess it's quite simple.
Yeah, it's not necessary now, so let's ignore that. All right, I'm gonna make my own version. So sum to n HS. So the thing I don't like about your permutations idea is that you're creating an array, but permutations can blow up pretty quick. I mean, it would be better if you had some sort of iterator model where you only looked at what you needed at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good idea if you're thinking in terms of making something for